Okay, so at the time I'm filming this, Christmas is right around the corner, which is great because, you know, you get to eat lots of yummy food and hang out with your family, and then you get to wake up on Christmas with all the presents and you hand them out to your brothers and your sisters and your mum. But here's my issue. I don't have a present for my brother. So this is a Christmas present I was initially going to give him, but they decided to postpone it and not give it to me until in July. So I'm just going to make one for him out of cardboard and paper mache. Okay, a secret about me is I am a huge cardboard hoarder. I have so much cardboard. So I had this really long piece of cardboard and just gotta play it and cut it out with an X-Acto knife. I don't know what that's called. I made 3 circles and tried to do it. Like, what's the word? Like, oh, ASMR, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, I was actually so surprised for how, like, quick and easy this sketch was, but then it wasn't easy. It was the hardest thing was to get it to match the other one, like to do it again and make it look similar, but I think I did a pretty good job. So I have no idea how to do paper mache, so I usually just get water, glue, and a paintbrush. Okay, don't worry, I don't just use glue. Later in the video, I actually try and make proper paper mache, but yeah, I just do paper, glue, and I don't really know, I think I'm just like watering down my glue and I'm just gluing paper on it, but it's just watered down. So I don't really know, I have no idea what I'm doing. You guys like my bed sheets? Okay, can we take a minute to just look at the lighting? Like, my camera usually does not pick up lighting this well. Like, it just looks so nice. I just started on the cheeks because I realized that they were more like thicker and more out. I struggled a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, look at the quality of it. I really should have given it a second to dry because I was just layering and layering my watered down glue, and you can see it made the cardboard like soggy. I did eventually realize this during it and waited for it to dry. Oh, it smells kind of dirty. Okay, so I googled it and it said to put plain flour. Well, it said to put all-purpose flour, but I didn't have that, so I put plain flour and some water. Didn't know how much water or how much flour, I just eyeballed it, and it wasn't looking too promising. So I put salt in it to help it not mold, I think it was. And yeah, I don't know if it worked. Also, I was told to heat it up because that's how, like, it makes it activate. I really have no idea what I'm doing. To the cardboard, and it actually ended up sticking. How, I don't know. Is this paper mache? I don't think it's paper mache. I think it's just, I just put flour in it. I don't even know. It was looking okay. Again, I did too much and didn't let it set. And also realized that I didn't need to put that certain part there, so I ended up having to remove it. Do you see that? Do you see the dough? Where is it dough or the flour? I guess it's dough. I'm rambling too much. Anyway. You can't even look at that and tell me that looks like paper mache. It looks like moggy water. It looks like I don't have a filter. Night, and I'm gonna do more like on the side to hide that part. You'd also see the water damage that has happened. And I'm gonna wait for a little bit and then put more layers on it to make it thicker. And then I'm gonna put like around, because I need this part around the eye because the eye's further up, and then the teeth and the lips are also like higher, like the thickness. And I need to wrap it around, like put paper to make the sides more circle. I don't know how to explain this. You know, in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have been doing back to the gluing and the water because it was just a lot easier and it didn't feel as, as gross. Look at that. There's no space. It's not even gluing to the side. It's just floating. The middle is glue, but the rest isn't. So now that I had glued it together, I was gonna use actual glue, better glue than the, the Kmart glue I had before. You will not believe how long it took me to get that off, that lid. I was still gonna use my master technique of having, watered down glue. I could now put, I don't know how to explain it, but you're obviously gonna watch it. But like, I put this underneath it and attached it to make it more rounder, and to hide the cardboard, I guess. You know what I mean, right? Oh, you will actually not believe how much paper I had to use for this. Because I had to do it in certain strips, so if it wasn't like good, I had to not use it. Midway through doing the sides, I realized I had to do like a thickness around the lips. I feel like the lips around the smile. So I did that, and I folded the piece of paper for some reason, so it was hard to stick down. So I had to use tiny little pieces of paper to stick it down better. I did a few pieces on the bottom to keep the side ones from coming up, but obviously not all of the pieces got the memo of staying down. I used 2 brushes. I used a thin one and this one here that I used before for the glue. Don't ask why I have a spray can in my cupboard. You're probably wondering, why did you grab blue? Well, it's because I decided that I was going to do eclipse, so I was going to do half of sun, half of moon, because, I got too slack to do the other face. This is literally Christmas Eve and I'm busting this out to do. Ugh, I put way too much yellow, and don't ask why, but for some reason, I was like, oh yeah, if I mix yellow and orange, put some more yellow in there, it'll make the right color that I need for sun. Oh, you'd think I never went to art class and never learned about colors and how they mix, because what was I even thinking? Why is it not showing the color? Like, it looks darker on the fucking screen. Why is it doing this? That's not that color. So don't mind this. This is when I crashed out because the color looked a lot different on camera. But now I look back at it and it looks fine. Ah, yes. Let's add a ton of white to the yellow and just hope that it works out. And then I'm just gonna mix it all together because I have no idea what I'm doing and I'm on a time crunch. I don't even know what to say. I can't even defend myself because what was I doing? Why did I think this would even work? After all that paint I wasted and adding orange for no reason, I got this nice color. It wasn't the color that I wanted, but it was quite nice. Oh look, it's another video of me spazzing out because the neon orange didn't look like neon orange in the video, even though it does look like neon orange now. Yeah, just ignore it, bro. I was having a hard day. This is when I realized that the really light color I had wasn't the color I needed, and I needed to not paint that side of the face because that's where Moon's part was going to be, because it was dark blue and not yellow. Ugh. But you know what? That's a problem for another day. I'm going to let that dry and I'm going to get some cardboard and I'm going to cut out some triangles for sun rays. Okay, I've got 2 ones cut out and I've got little ones, but I need, wait, how many of them? Color that I did for sun to paint the rays, and then I also decided to add orange onto it because why not? And when I did it I was like, oh, I should put orange on this side and then yellow on this side and then swap it around for the other ones. So there's 3 with orange to start and yellow with end, and I made the idiot idea to fucking paint sun the orange color, and I was like, oh, okay, does that look okay? No, it doesn't. So I grabbed white and tried to make it a lighter color, and it just made like a peachy color, and I didn't want him to look like it was my shade of skin, so I put more orange on there because I have no idea how colors work, and made him like bright orange and added more yellow, and I just went in a circle of adding colors. I made it like a peachy orange sunset color, and added white and made it was the same color, just a different shade. I was like, oh, I kind of like that. No, I didn't, but for some reason I applied it to the rest of the face. And then I wiped it off. Okay, now it was time to use blue to paint over the part that I've accidentally painted yellow. So I was just like, oh, I'll just do the part in the eye and I'll just make it I won't paint it, I won't put it over yellow. And I painted over yellow anyway, even though it was wet and I shouldn't have painted over yellow. And I was just applying blobs of paint to try and get rid of the fact that it didn't look blue because it was over yellow that was still wet. So it made like a greeny blue colour when I could have just waited like 5 seconds. Anyway, so this is how it turned out. And I painted the teeth and I was like, wait, how am I even going to do the teeth? I'm going to have to make a darker colour, no? And I had to end up painting over the yellow bit because I realised I did it too much. Like I did too much yellow that made it look like the blue was too small. So this is how it looked, and I was going to let it dry, and I should have applied more to the rays, but yeah. Now I'm going to glue it. Okay, so I just did the voiceover for those clips just then, and then I decided, you know what, I'm going to get up and I'm actually going to glue this. So I just glued it just then, and now I'm voiceovering the bits now. I sat there and waited for the glue gun to heat up and then thought, should I paint this? And then, you know, obviously came to the choice of not painting it because I'm lazy. I started realising the pieces were a little too big, so I tried to figure out where I exactly was going to place them. So I flipped it over and was like, ugh, that dumb piece. I kind of just fiddled around for a little bit to try to figure out where I was going to place them and what order it is, because they're different. So I didn't want to place like the same ones next. I wasted like 2-3 sticks trying to secure it, and then also come to the conclusion later that the sun rays were too big, so I couldn't even put them in the way they were supposed to be put. But anyway, this is it, and I might add some more later.